Now, y'all can say what y'all want. There's only one person, and I don't care if other people claim it, they have to do it live on TV like this person did it. This is a brother. We call him Prophet Yahweh. Big, tall brother. He's from the West Coast. The media have been hearing for years that he said he could call out UFOs. He could go out there, pray, and UFOs would come out. This is a brother, a black man in America. He went out, made his prayer, and the media had to call into the station to say, look, the UFOs came out.
Well, let's take another trip back into the realm of paranormal tonight. Last night we had ghost hunters, now UFOs.
That's right, and there is a Las Vegas guy making an extraordinary claim about extraterrestrials. So we sent Action News reporter Mike Delastrito to check it out. Mike?
All right, guys, just listen up here. This guy says the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, taught him how to summon UFOs. All right, he says he can also do this on command, and he adds he's been doing it for 25 years, keeping all of it secret until now.
These beings are here. They're here. They're just sitting right up there.
We met up with Prophet Yahweh, seer of Yahweh, at Doolittle Park off Lake Mead. We picked the day, we picked the time, and we picked the location.
Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts.
Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts.
Until he says he saw UFOs. Over the years, 1,500 of them.
Can we make it 1,501 today? What do you think?
I'll try it.
He says the voice in his head told him to go public now. So we took him up on his offer, and we scanned the skies. Nothing but a few clouds. When the prophet started praying for a sighting, I wasn't exactly convinced.
I pray, oh Yahweh, that you send a sighting so that they know that I am not mentally ill. I am not a false prophet, like those who seek to kill me say I am.
I see something straight up.
Oh, brother, look at it. There it is.
You can barely see it, a white speck. Then another sighting.
There it is. I got it.
Photojournalist Jonathan Hawkins locks in on it. Let's take a closer look here. It's an orange sphere that appeared out of nowhere. I call the boss with an unexpected change in my story.
I can see it clear as day. In fact, it's bright.
I can't believe this.
It's moving pretty fast.
It's going to Nellis Air Force Base. It wants to be seen.
We called Nellis to see what these things might be. Guess what? They didn't call us back. But this thing started coming back toward us.
It's coming toward us now, I think.
What?
See, it's coming up toward us.
Whoa, man! Oh, hallelujah!
Then, a few seconds later, it disappeared.
It's going back up in space.
Prophet Yahweh isn't concerned. He says it'll be back.
I have to skip to him because he said something, and he was a child when Elijah Muhammad was talking about this, so he didn't know. But he said something that was the same as Elijah Muhammad. What did he say? Who is on these UFOs? Black people. Period.
So are you not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, beings who are, maybe like us?
Yeah, I only go along with government images. And if you want to know about people kind of thing, there is the ship that picked up the Voyager capsule at Alameda Naval Shipyard, and they have a picture there of I think it's the Apollo flight that Buzz and Neil were on. But anyway, there is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black skin.
Really black. Yeah.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall?
Yeah.
How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got up the doorway. I don't know how high that is, but
Well, what?
Safe. 7 feet would be probably a conservative estimate.
Black people are on the UFO. They're not UFOs. They're just technologies. Now, the extended subject gets much larger because Elijah Muhammad taught the same thing. But Elijah Muhammad also taught there were 7 inhabited planets. And all of them are inhabited by some form of original people. All of the planets around you are inhabited. So what's happening now is our planet got out of hand. This is our planet, original people. And all the other people, Asians, white people, Africans, all y'all came later. Notice I said I included certain Africans, I should say. Y'all came later. Y'all didn't come first. So this is our planet, the original people. And it got out of hand. So now it's going off and out into space. And the other black people on other planets like, y'all not about to step out of y'all out of bounds. Y'all about to take your ass right back to Earth. With all what's going on. And it's your job, meaning us, to fix our planet. It's our job. These other people on other planets are not about to let these people come out into outer space and act up. Like, everybody didn't fall. Nomos anagano. Nomos anagano. We are the nomos anagano. We are the ones that fell. That's Dogon tradition. It's in other traditions too. It's all everywhere. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. It's all over. We're the ones that fell. And it was Yurugu, the pale fox. That's how it happened. So now we got to get our planet back in order. We don't get our planet back in order by trying to be the best basketball player, trying to be the best rapper, trying to be the best. Those are all good. Those are art forms. Those are good. We don't even get it together by trying to go to the best schools and become the best inventor or the best scientist. You get it together by establishing a government. That's how you get it together. You get your planet back by establishing a government and making it spread all back over the earth to all original people. That's how you take your government back. You take the resources back. You take the intelligence back. You take it all back. There's no other way to do it. Don't talk to me about anything else because we already heard it.
But about 10 years ago, I started getting interested due to a young man from Ottawa sending me material on the subject. I told him I was too busy to read it, but he had confidence that someday I would. It took me a while to get around to reading it, but I took it for my summer reading in 2005 and was really impressed with what was contained in it. And what I thought to myself is there are huge issues here, huge issues. And the American people and the people of the world have a right to know what's going on because they're part of it. It's not just an isolated thing. I accept the invitation of Victor Vigiani, who's over here somewhere, and his cohort, Mike Bird, to speak to a symposium at the University of Toronto. And I said, UFOs are as real as the airplanes flying overhead. That gave me the dubious distinction of being the first person of cabinet rank in the G8 group of countries to say so unequivocally. In the 1960s sometime, it was a flotilla of UFOs headed south that crossed into NATO territory in Europe. And the commander-in-chief of the Supreme Allied headquarters in Europe was naturally very shaken. Fortunately, or maybe divine providence, before the panic button was pushed, the flotilla turned around and headed back north. Obviously, they had thought maybe they were Russian and they were very concerned about it. Anyway, an investigation was launched into this whole subject, and a document was prepared which concluded that at least 4 species had been visiting Earth for thousands of years. And this is my own view at this stage as well. So, except for that, there are just a couple of things that we've talked about that I'd like to refer to. And one was that we've were referring to them as they until this morning when Linda Moulton Howe, I think she was the first one, actually named 3 different species. I don't think we can any more refer to them as they because they're not an amorphous mass. They are different species and consequently may have different agendas. I don't think we can say that they all have the same agenda any more than we could say that the United States, China, and Russia had the same agenda. Our real interests may be very similar, but as of now, our perceived interests are still quite far apart. One more observation before I begin what I want to say, and that is that we spent quite a bit of time talking about the 66-year-old cadavers. And I was glad to have Linda this morning finally say that there are live ETs on Earth at this present time, and at least 2 of them probably working with the United States government. Well, enough on that for now. My interest is in full disclosure. And my only caveat is I think probably I would say 95 to 98% full disclosure. I know of 1 or 2 things that I'm not sure should be in the public domain, at least yet. They will be someday, I'm sure, but not maybe immediately. But just as children survive the idea of the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus when they become adult, I think that tax-paying citizens are quite capable of accepting the new and broader reality that we live in a cosmos teeming with life of various sorts. The fact that some other civilizations are more advanced than we are may be humbling. And it exists, and it's being kept secret by the same vested interests who control our destiny. Who are these vested interests, and what are they up to? Well, Senator, you were talking about a military junta. In my opinion, that is true, but I have broadened and deepened the definition to cabal, and the cabal comprises members of the 3 sisters: the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderbergers, and the Trilateral Commission, the International Banking Cartel, the Oil Cartel, members of various intelligence organizations, and select members of the military junta, who together have become a shadow government of not only the United States, but of much of the Western world. The aim of the game is a world government comprising members of the cabal who are elected by no one and accountable to no one. And according to Mr. Rockefeller, the plan is well advanced. Does this help you to understand why our civil rights are being taken away from us? I say us, because Canada too is included in the grand plan.
So that is the first subject. Jump back to Elijah Muhammad. He talked that there were 7 inhabitable planets and there's black people on all of them. So you say, well, why aren't they helping us? They already helped you. Go back to your lessons, and what does it say about that circle? They sent them a messenger. The messenger they were talking about at the time was Master Fard Muhammad in the problem book. And he came and taught Elijah. He specifically came and taught Elijah. He didn't go to Jamaica. He didn't go to Africa. He didn't go to Asia. He didn't go to India. He came to the hells of North America. Why? Because this is where the oldest people on earth live. They came to the original lineage of people on the earth to deliver the information. And this was a part of a plan to wake your ass back up. Nobody's going to wake the earth up but you. You don't do it. The shit is just going to fucking fall off into nothingness.
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light doing the same thing. Those clips have gone viral now.